What's up, agents? It's Chastin J Miles, and in this video I'm going to be telling you when it's time to quit your 9-to-5 job. I get this question a lot, and so I felt like it was very important for me to give you my reasoning and what my thoughts are when it comes to the perfect time to actually quit your day job to do real estate full time. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome to my channel. On this channel, I share tips, tools, resources, tactics, everything you need to build a sustainable real estate career. So if that's a topic that you're interested in, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up on this video if you find this information helpful, because I would love to have you a part of my YouTube community. Now, when it comes to talking about if it's actually a good time to quit your job or when is the best time, I first have to break this up on two different sides, because I realize that not everyone is in the same position, but oftentimes you'll fall into one of these categories. You're either a brand new agent and you don't have anything going on, or you're getting into the business and you're wondering, should you go straight in full time? Or the second one is you've been in the business for some time and you're starting to gain some traction, so you're wondering, when is that perfect time to actually quit your other job? Now, so that I make sure that I'm talking to the right people, most times when you're asking yourself this question, it's coming from two places. You're either worried about the financial security, so are you going to continue to make money as a real estate agent, or will you make enough money? Or you're worried about the benefits. So the benefits that you may receive at your job, it can be healthcare, PTO, 401k, all that kind of stuff that you may need to support your family, to support your life. So those are two things that are super important, because you have to make money to survive, and then you may need those benefits to keep your family and everybody healthy and prepare for the future, whatever it is for you. But when you're really getting down to it, there are three factors that you must consider when it's time for you to quit your job and go full-time into real estate. The first factor is the cost that it takes to get into real estate, so to become a full-on real estate agent. Those are going to be things like your licensing courses, your application fees, those bare minimum startup expenses. And I have a whole video, I have a few videos on this, and I will put them down in the description on what it's going to cost you to get started in real estate, and then some of the fees here in Texas. I went into them pretty thoroughly, but there are those costs that are involved in just becoming a real estate agent. Secondly, there are those costs to maintain your license. So just because you spent that money at the start of it, getting your license and everything, doesn't mean you're done. You have to maintain this license. So you're going to have to go through continuing education courses. You're going to have to pay dues to your realtor association. There's a lot of things that you're going to have to pay just being a licensed agent. If you're at an office where they have office dues, those are all things that have to get factored into those monthly expenses when you actually become a licensed real estate agent. And then the third thing, and this may seem like an obvious one because it is, it's the cost of your life. You know, what does it take to maintain your lifestyle, your mortgage or your rent, your family expenses, your personal expenses, your car, your insurance? All of that stuff falls into that category of the cost for your life. So taking all of those things into consideration, those big three areas into consideration, the first thing that I have to say, if you're thinking about quitting your job and going full-time into real estate, is to make sure that you have at least 3 to 6 months of those expenses saved up. So remember, we talked about those three different areas. You want to have 3 to 6 months of those saved up. And here's the reason why I say 3 to 6 months. Real estate moves in cycles, right? So I like to tell people that everything moves in a 90-day cycle. What you do today, you can expect to see the fruits of your labor 90 days from now. if I hop on the phone and I'm cold calling and I get a listing, it's most likely going to be 3 to 6 months before I see money from that. So for those of you who are planning on getting into business and hitting the ground running, no matter if you do hit the ground running, you're not gonna see that income for a little while. Now, I did a video last week about the quickest ways to make money in real estate, and I'll link to that video so you can see what ways you can kind of make money quicker, but it is going to take a little bit of time before you're going to start seeing that money coming in from your real estate business. So that's why I say 3 to 6 months. The next tip is you want to research those things that you're going to have to replace by leaving your job. So for those of you that are concerned about your benefits, so like your health care, your 401k, all of that stuff, daycare, anything like that, there are those things available to you as an entrepreneur or to you as a 1099 independent contractor. So you want to go ahead and do some research on how much it's going to cost you being self-employed versus you being at your job. Now, it is going to be higher. I mean, it's not going to be the same amount. You're going to get a significant discount working at your job for some of these benefits, but don't think that they have to go away. And this is something that you can factor into your expenses when you're saving up money, because you're going to be taking your health insurance from being part of a group plan at your job to possibly being one individual plan because you are self-employed. So research all of those things that you're going to be needing to replace so that you can get a good idea of how much it's going to cost. I can't give you a solid figure for these numbers because it's going to be different for everybody, different parts of the country, different situations, but it's important for you to do that research. Next, what is it going to cost you to replace your actual work income? So this I want to translate to actual real estate transactions. Now, I've had many conversations with agents all across the country, even here locally, and they tell me what they're making at their job every month, and then I say in my head, oh, that's it? You know, not trying to downplay anybody's income or anything, but it can be very easy to replace your income that you're getting at your job. So take this scenario. Let's just say that you sell a $150,000 home, right? If you get a 3% commission from that one, that's a $4,500 check, okay? Most people may fall in that line or even below that in their monthly income for their current job. So if you know that you need to replace $3,500, $4,500, then that can just be one sale at $150,000. If you need to replace more than that, add another sale on top of that. You know, so you want to know what you have to replace, so that way you can plan out your real estate business plan and say, hey, for me to support and live my lifestyle, I need to sell at least 2 homes every single month. It's not impossible. If you grind it out and work hard, you can definitely do that. 2 homes a month, you can quit your job after that. So I want you to take all of those things, put them together, and figure out what your numbers have to be. Now, once you see this number, once you get a good idea of how much you need to sell in real estate, what you need to replace, set a hard date for when you're going to quit your job. Oftentimes, I see people who say, oh, I'm going to quit when I get this, or I'm going to quit when I do this. And then that time rolls around and they've gotten used to getting their job income and this other income, and now they feel like they're balling, so they don't ever quit. Or they get to a point where they get comfortable having their job income and then maybe having a little bit of real estate income, and they don't realize that you're actually limiting what you can truly do because half of your time is being taken up by another job that's not even paying you as much as your real estate business. So set a hard date for when you want to quit. It can be 6 months from now, it can be a year from now, it can be 90 days from now, but make that commitment to yourself that, hey, once this day comes around, I'm leaving my job and I'm going full time. Now, one final question that I want you to ask yourself, and I want to go into this just really quickly, is how do you know if this is the right move for you? How do you know if you should even quit your job or not? Okay, like jobs, they do provide steady income. I don't think that they're guaranteed, but they can give you steady income. What I will tell you, working for yourself, working as an entrepreneur, full-time real estate agent, your quality of life is going to be different. You're going to be happier not having to clock in, not having to report to somebody. You know, you're getting to make your decisions. You're going to have a just better quality of life. Secondly, you're going to have more freedom. You're going to have freedom and control over your time. And having freedom of your time is like nothing that many people who work a job has ever felt. So they don't really know what it feels like, but when you're able to just get up and go and do what you want to do when you want to do it, it completely changes how you look at things, what you value. Number three, since I'm saying this, is you're going to have more opportunity. So having a better quality of life, having more time and more control of your time leads to more opportunities. You're able to meet people. You're able to get involved in certain things that you wouldn't be able to be involved in had you been working the whole time and missing out on everything. Your business is going to take you places. You're not going to cap out, or there won't be that ceiling there, because you're in control of your destiny and your outcome. So take those three things into consideration. If you found this information helpful, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. It'll help me out with these algorithms. And if you know somebody who needs to see this message, send this to them, share it to them. Share it on your page. Do whatever you have to do, because I feel like this is something that a lot of people need to hear, and it's a question that a lot of people are asking themselves. I appreciate you for watching. I'm Chastin J. Miles, and I will see you next time.